Next we are going to solve one JEE Mains 2020 question, and this question was asked in 25th June attempt, that is your first shift one. The question is e power cos x into sin x of dx, it will be 1 plus cos x into e power cos x plus of e power minus cos x. So we are supposed to find the value of this integral. So people, how we are going to solve this integral is, first we are going to use your substitution method. First you are going to use your substitution method. Then after that you can go upon with your famous King's rule. And that is how I'm gonna play with this integral. Okay. So first I am going to use your substitution method. So what substitution I can use here is, first try to observe this integral very carefully. If you observe this integral only, you can have the idea of what substitution can I do, or what value of t I can take. That is what is very important for substitution. So you should just look upon the integral very carefully. So when you look at this integral, you can conclude that I can take your cos x as t. When you take your cos x as t, then your dt will be nothing but differentiation of cos x, that is minus sin x. Then of dx will be your dt, and that's the substitution I am gonna take in this integral. I am going to take your cos x as t, then your dt will be differentiation of cos x, that is minus sin x, then of dx, and that will be nothing but your dt. Now when I use the substitution in this integral, I can write the same integral as integral of e power cos x into sin x of dx. E power cos x is what? E power cos x is e power t. E power cos x is e power t because your cos x is t, so e power cos x is e power t. Into sin x of dx. We know that your minus sin x of dx is dt, hence sin x of dx will be minus dt, and that minus I can take outside the integral because that is a constant. I just took that minus dt outside the integral. What I am saying is, I am having sin x of dx in the numerator, and we know that minus sin x of dx is nothing but your dt, hence your sin x of dx will be minus of dt such that minus and minus will get cancel, and that is how I took your minus outside the integral. Then what will be in your denominator? In denominator I will have it as 1 plus cos square x. If cos x is t, then cos square x will be t square, correct na? Because we know that your cos square x is nothing but cos x whole square. If I am having tan square x, what does it mean? It means tan x whole square. Very simple concept, but even now most people don't know that. These are the basic concepts that you guys are supposed to learn, and these are all taught in your 9th, 10th standard. They all think that cos square x is nothing but cos of x square. It is not cos of x square. It is cos x whole square. Don't do that mistake. And that is why your cos square x is t square. Then into e power cos x. E power cos x is e power t. Then plus of e power minus cos x is minus t because your cos x is t. And that is the integral I will be left out. Now what will be the limits? Guys, I think in the question the limits are from 0 to pi. Sorry. Actually the limits are from 0 to pi. Sorry, I did not wrote that. Now I am writing it. The question, the limits are from 0 to pi. That's the question. Sorry, I did not write the limits. No problem. The limits are from 0 to pi. So now what I want to do here is, it's very simple. How your limit changes? If I take your cos x as t, then what will be your lower limit? Think carefully and say. If you take your cos x as t, then your lower limit will be nothing but the value of t such that your x is 0. If your x is 0, you will get cos of 0. Cos of 0 is 1. And that is your value of t for the lower limit. And now when you consider the upper limit, I am having pi. I need to find the value of t such that your x is pi. When you put your x as pi, you get cos of pi. Cos of pi is minus 1, and that is the value of t for your upper limit, and that is how we should change the limit. Even this method not everyone knows. What everyone simply says is, they use the substitution, they do everything correct in the initial value, but the problem with them is, they forget to change the limits, they write the same as 0 to pi, and whole answer is wrong. That's all, minus 1. This is a common mistake I observe from everyone, so please don't do that mistake. Okay, so this will be the limits. So 1 to minus 1, just your value of t will be taken up as upon as limits. So So now people, you are gonna use one integral property, okay? As we are having your limits from 1 to minus 1, which says that your lower limit is greater than your upper limit. The lower limit is greater than your upper limit such that your upper limit is less than lower limit. If your upper limit is less than lower limit, what does it show is, it's gonna make some problem for us. You know now guys, your upper limit should be of course greater than lower limit so that it will be very easier for us. I am not saying that every time your upper limit should be greater than lower limit. When your upper limit is greater than lower limit, then the process will make upon easier. So I am going to reverse those limits and I am going to make this 1 to minus 1 as minus 1 to 1, and that's only possible when you put negative sign. I mean multiply with minus 1. When I do like that, this minus and that minus will cancel and you will be left with plus. So I don't need to write that plus on dot. So integral of e power t of dt divided by 1 plus t square into e power t plus of e power minus t. Okay. So now the limits are from minus 1 to 1, and that is what the integral that I got now. So what I did, just reverse your limits guys. I just put your 1 to minus 1 as minus 1 to 1, and I can do that when you put negative sign here. You need to multiply with minus 1. That's a property of definite integration. Okay, and that's how I wrote the integral like this. Now let me take this integral as I. Let me take this integral as I. So I convert the same integral at this form using your substitution and one property. So I am taking this integral as I. So now if you take this integral as I, then definitely you know I am going to use your King's rule. So what your King's rule says is, integral of f of x dx from a to b can be written as integral of f of a plus b minus x of dx from a to b. This is what your King's rule says, right? And that is something I want to apply in this integral. So when you apply King's rule in this integral, I can write the same I as, guys please understand, these two integrals are same. If you take this integral as I, then of course this integral is also I, because the magnitude or we can say the value of both these integrals are same. So now I can write the same using your King's rule as integral of f of a plus b minus x. A plus b minus x is f of lower limit plus upper limit minus x. F of lower limit plus upper limit minus x is f of minus 1 plus 1 minus x, that is f of minus x. I am supposed to find the value of f of minus x, but here the variable of this integral is t, hence I need to find the value of f of minus t, and that will be your new form of integral such that your inside value is f of minus t. Okay, so now what will be your f of minus t? Your f of minus t is just put your t as minus t, then I can write the same integral as e power minus t of dt divided by 1 plus t square. What will be your t square? If I put your t as minus t square will be t square only, because negative number whole square is the same positive number square, into when you put t as minus t in this e power t, I will get this e power minus t, then plus of when you put t as minus t in this e power minus t, I will get this e power minus into minus t, this plus t. That's the form of integral I will be left out, and the limits are same, because in a King's rule the limits are same, because for this integral the limits are from a to b, as though if you use King's rule then also the limits are from a to b, no change in limits. That's the property. Now you are not supposed to change the limits, but the only thing is you are going to write this variable, that is your x, as a plus b minus x, that is lower limit plus upper limit minus x, and that is how I got the inside expression f of minus t. Okay, such simple thing. Now I know you will ask me one thing. Okay man, you only told that you need to put your t as minus t, then we are having dt now, so I can split it as d into t, so I need to write this t as minus t. Shouldn't I do that? Logically think man, what man you are teaching? You are teaching some unlogical, not unlogical, I should not say it is unlogical, right? It's not a correct prefix word. I don't know what word you should say, but no problem. So here, shouldn't I write this t as minus in this dt, you will ask me, then it will be minus of dt. But guys, Does this dt mean d into d? Does this dt mean d into d? Of course not. You guys learned what is differentiation, na? You know what is differential coefficient, dx dy by dx. You know each and every term. You know each and every term. Okay, rate of change of y with respect to x. I can't split it like that, as though you think. I can split your dt as d into t. Don't do that mistake, and it's a common mistake that I have seen from each and every people. So never ever commit that. So now these two integrals, something I will get when you use your King's rule. Now people, just add up these two integrals. When you add up these two integrals, just you're supposed to add the instead expression. So when you need to add, as we know your denominator is same, na? You can see that the denominator is same. Because the denominator here is 1 plus c square. Here also e power t plus 1 plus e power minus c. So denominator is same for both these expressions such that I can add your numerator. When you do that, I will get you a 2y as integral of dt by 1 plus t square by minus 1 to 1, and that is something I will be left as your 2y. When you add these two integrals, it's very simple people. When you add these two integrals, you can directly add the inside value because your limits are same. Hence, if we add, I will get as e power t plus e power minus c. It will be 1 plus c square into e power minus c plus e power t. I can cancel out that e power t plus e power minus c because the numerator and denominator are having the same expression. So that you will be left with this integral of 1 into dt by 1 plus c square, and the limits will be same. Because I am adding, I am not doing any other process. I am not doing any other particular process. So hence I will get your 2as integral of dt by 1 plus c square. So now you are supposed to solve this. I will rub this. So integral of dt by 1 plus c square is what? Nothing but tans of t. Property of definite integration. Tans of t from minus 1 to 1. This is what you will get, right? So now if we solve it up, you know now guys, integral of dt by 1 plus c square is tans of t. No problem, I will write that particular standard integral formula. That's nothing but integral of dx divided by a square plus x square is equal to 1 by a of tan inverse of x by a plus some constant. That's the standard integral I am using here. Integral of dx by a square by x is equal to 1 by of tan of x by a plus some constant, where your a is a constant. Here what is a constant? That is 1. 1 is something but 1 square only now. So that is why I took your a as 1. And your x is a variable of the integral. Hence here the variable of the integral is t. So here your a is 1 and x is t. Correct now? A is 1 and x is t. So from this I will get as 1 by a. 1 by a will be 1 by 1. 1 by 1 is 1 only. I don't need to consider that. Then tans of x by a will be tans of t by 1 because your x is t and 1 is a. So now we will get as tans of x by tan is of t by 1, that is your tans of t. Now I don't need to cancel this plus constant because it's a definite integration. Okay, so now when you solve it up, first put 1 plus of t, you will get tans of 1 is pi by 4. Then minus of tans of minus 1 is minus pi by 4 because I am having minus 1. Hence it will be minus pi by 4. Pi by 4 plus pi by minus into minus plus, so pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is pi by 2. And now hence pi by 2 is the answer for the question. Like that you guys will be jumping. But the thing is, your 2i is only pi by 2. Hence, your I is what we are supposed to find, and that is pi by 4. Don't jump. Your 2i is only pi by 2. We are yet to find the original value. Okay, don't jump. This is a common mistake. So never ever do that. Hence, your I is pi by 4. That's all guys. Thank you. Make education simple.